Okay. Yeah, and tell me if sound is balanced, guys. I have a new headset, so I'm not entirely sure. It sounds a little quiet, game noises, but just yell at me and hopefully I'll catch it in 2 minutes because that's how this works. Alright, aliens, Green Rex already in position to get that first parasite. This is a good move, but it is risky. He takes half of his life for that parasite, but that information is so important early game. We have another Skulk in the vent. Another parasite landed on the same Marine. That's annoying, but doesn't do that much effectively. Looking for that. Wow, you can see that foot coming around the corner. Almost gets a second Marine. This information is so important. Meanwhile, there is some drama in the vent. We'll see. Oh, he gets out quickly. But the Marines are pushing through uncontested. Now, good that Green Rex goes back to the Gorge. We've been focused on that side of the field. But yeah, there's a ton of information coming in for this alien team. Marines have pushed, but they're not pushing the Gorge. The Gorge didn't build the sys chain out to Nano, so he still hasn't capped it. Typically what you'll see, I guess Klon maybe doesn't know this because he doesn't play as many gathers, but because of how slowly sys grow in unassisted by a Gorge. Okay, this is important, so let's focus on this. Datsu almost makes it out. This is actually really dangerous. If Datsu had made it out into the Gorge, maybe they would have enough time to reinforce, but the Gorge maybe needs to be in that tunnel already. He's being slow about it, trying to be cheesy, but he's going to die. Almost does. Doesn't actually. Oh, but the Marines, oh, watch out. Yeah, unfortunately for the Marine team, they aren't able to capitalize, but we can see already that there is this huge issue of the fact that these RTs are not up. But yeah, really dangerous moment. If Kitten was able to kill that Gorge, it would have been sort of a disaster. Ranger is out of the hive, and we have two people in subsector pressuring the hive. If they're here and pressuring the hive, it's best not to back up. I mean, what are you doing by holding the... I mean, I guess you're holding the lane, but they have full information on both of these guys. Two people on the off lane right now, even this early in the game, is a huge commitment. Yoke Baron killing Bart. I'm not sure who's playing under the name Bart right now, but it's really important that Yoke was able to win that 1v1. Oh, Datsu finding Kitten. And Yoke Baron showing up in a big way for his team. Even these little 1v1s don't seem like much, but if he gets a third Skulk here, oh, wow. Wow! Gorge out of position! Possibly. These Marines being a little scared. Newer players here. Needed to focus. One Skulk getting killed by his fellow Skulk, Datsu. There is friendly fire, which is unusual for those who do not play competitive. Kitten finally in position to put on some pressure. Alien's able to safely hold on to 4 for a long time, but look at the Marine side. 6 resource towers being capped. That's huge on Vale, even if they lose some res in the next couple of minutes as Lurks comes out. It's a big advantage that the Marine team are finding themselves in. Yeah, and again, because of the way that the alien... Oh! Whoa! That's a hard commit by Bart, and he almost dies. Does get out just in time. Kebab and Nakor, two of the less experienced players for... oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got to watch his Marine movement there. You definitely don't want to be jumping while holding backwards. It's going to be really slow and predictable. You have to do that funny little side jump that, you know, if you're playing on Marines, the rule of thumb is do not hit S. I mean, there is a slower movement speed for retreating by holding S. The proper way of doing it is to turn your angle perpendicular to the way you want to jump and press to the left or right, S or D, making that jump, and then you spin your camera to then look at where you want to shoot. It's easier said than done to execute it well, but it is fairly straightforward. So the Marines finally getting the res decimated. Now the aliens are feeling okay, but there was a long time where Marines were able to hold on to 6 res node, and that's why we have this incredibly early topographical gate. Now the pressure is going to be on. It's really important now that the Marine teams kill a lurk. That is a huge objective right now. This lurk way overcommitting. Thank God for him that Kitty wasn't that Marine that he dived on. Kitty, you know what I'm saying. Crag already down. Gorge going in, strangely enough, but does gain 1 kill. Gorge going down though. That was a way big commitment for that Gorge. Nice to see an aggressive Gorge, always fun and smart, but you need the rest of your team to be aggressing with you. Can't be doing it on your own. Wow, Green Rex torn between trying to finish off that gate, almost doing it. This pressure needs to be happening way, way, way faster. Nobody is spawning right now. Or 2 people are spawning, never mind. That was, one of them was the commander, so I'm not complete moron. Just a little bit. Clip it. Clip it. I want a super cut of all the Auxilla calls that are wrong. Oh! Big movement. Still no lurk kills. I'm actually sort of surprised with the amount of pressure that's coming out from that early gate that none of these lurks... Wow. He's flying around in circles. The Green Rex is able to dodge like the Matrix. Maybe a little bit more experienced of a Marine would have been able to clutch that. He was really goofing on them there. I mean, I think he was doing it to avoid damage, but a really, really high accuracy Marine would have been able to clinch that. Wow, big damage coming out of that lurk. He has to run away. Only a couple of points of health left on him, but Natcor isn't able to quite do it. Really good at showing from him. Yoke gonna go down to Spikes. Kitten also going down. Datsu is now up on Fade. This is a big power spike for the alien team. Still no lurks going down. This is not as great as you would want. But the Marines, meanwhile, the pressure has been so successful that they're back up to a res advantage, and it's only one of these. If Green Lakes died there, then like this feels so much stronger. They can't get wiped, but they're at an advantage. The health force on the alien team are very low. Oh. Sometimes if you don't quite click on the rifle you're trying to watch, we'll take the 3rd person as this decal just refuses to go away. Great, love it. Marines setting up for an alien. Oh, is that a... No, he's just moved them. Oh. Thought he was frozen for a second. That lurked very low. Decides to go back in? Is that the same lurk? I thought it was. Datsu, strong player, but in a little bit of peril right now. This is going to be the Crag again, but that's okay. You can sacrifice the Crag as long as the tunnel doesn't get in. And here's Datsu back full life. Misses 2. This is 1 swipe, but then ends up clinching the kills. Maybe a little bit of med spam would have been effective there, but Ranger is out of the chair currently, so no med spam to be had. But yeah, missing a swipe there with med spam, you would have been able to keep that Marine alive. But Ranger probably a little frustrated at the fact that no life forms have been killed, and this is dangerous. Kitten's on the gate, but they lose Kitten here. The gate is completely open. But, you know, it's not luckily because this is an important res node for the Marine side. But it was good that the gate wasn't pressured there for the Marines as well. I know Ranger is frustrated right now. There's a lot of situations where if there had been slightly better shooters. But yeah, he's taking the safe route here. If your Marines aren't able to push in, then get up some siege cannons. You've got shotguns, just about to be finished with weapons 3. That upgrade path, that's what happens when you're low, when you're medding at a lower tick rate or lower, you know, that's not the right language to use, but when you're medding at a lower clip and you had good res flow in the beginning of the game, they don't all need to come back. This is way overreaction. they need to protect these arcs, but that is gonna go up no matter what. I think it's time to sacrifice skylights and have somebody going down the dead lane. Once Nucor is able to cap pipeline, that's the player I would send down that dead lane over and over again, just to make sure you're not getting killed. But let's take Kitten's point of view. Kitty cat. He's the only Marine in there with a shotgun. This is going to be a big sad for Kitten. And we do have a pause. Not exactly sure why. Maybe Ranger yelling at his team like, why did you go in when Kitten went in? But yeah, it's a big, it's a little bit, yeah. I think Ranger is Trey mad. Oh, I hope not. I hope he's not throwing up. Yeah. So, they're on one side, they're going to invest 2 shotguns to try to bail out Kitten, but he's one swipe away from being dead unless Ranger just absolutely blows our mind with some excellent meds. But it's going to be next to impossible to keep him up. Datsu is already being a little cheeky, but Kitten knows it. He's a dead boy. Um, we're gonna have arcs coming out, so it is a little bit. If they lose 2 shotguns while they're already arcing, it's a little sad. I mean, 2 shotguns when you add them up equals a fade. You know, it's easy to forget how valuable equipment is. Um, because you can pick it back up, because it feels a little bit easier to recycle it, because the time you normally have shotguns or big expensive weapons is like pretty late into the game, you can buy 1 or 2 of them right away. It feels like they're more expendable. But losing 2 shotguns is like losing a life form. So if they overcommit to trying to get this, like if both of them went in at the same time and they're both pressuring Datsu's in trouble. It's a safe play. There's no other aliens here. But you can see when Kitten went in the room, nobody followed him. And that's a big problem. It's going to make you throw good money after bad because Kitten's already dead and Kebab wants to push in. He wants to protect his teammate. He maybe got yelled at for not being there earlier, but now he's there at the doorway as he's shotgun across the room, and his Marine ally is going to get killed, and probably so will he. Yeah, I hope Ranger isn't dead. That would be sad. Yep. Nice little action shot. This tableau of Marine dead. It's possible he gets one nice meat shot. It looks like this is the end of the swipe animation, so he might have a chance to get one big old blast. And if this Marine can get in there without getting killed from behind, maybe Datsu gets surprised. But yeah, he should know about him. This is a parasited Marine, so Parasite's really important in the beginning of this game. Tons of information was being um, given by just decent parasites. Yeah. So it looks like this new headset's actually okay. It is horrendously uncomfortable. Um, I bought a cheaper model than I had before because I just wanted to have something to make sure. I was having some issues with my last headset. It's been through war. It's been through war with me. I'll show you guys. Look at this poor thing. This is typical. Oh, you can't really see it. But yeah, that's all duct tape. It's actually not duct tape. It's even better. It's gaff tape. Fuck your duff. Oh, excuse my language. Seriously though, boys and girls, gaff tape. It's a miracle. Oh, game's back. Ah! Shit. Switching my overlay. Not set up to do it with my numpad. Okay. So yeah, the obvious happened, but also now there's 4 Marines. Finally, there's 4 Marines. Ah, God. Oh, somebody kitten DC'd. Ooh, shit. He minimized to talk in chat. I saw that, kitten. I saw that. And then came back into the game and it crashed. So that's what you get. Oh, it's great that we have almost 50 guys in the chat. Or guys, I guess it's like in English and many other language, the general term for group of people is gendered for male. So I guess it isn't a problem that I say guys. But folks, all y'all, oh, his res is screwed. There is a way for me to cheat it back, but I guess he doesn't care. Okay, the siege is happening, and we've got 4 Marines finally. This lane has become the dead lane. I don't know what's happening here. I guess he's changing to whatever it's called that makes you bite harder on structures. Yeah, it's nice to actually have, even though it seems like... Wow! Kitten! No! I'm sorry I wasn't in first person. Kitten absolutely eviscerates Datsu. All of a sudden, the whole, balance of this game has been thrown off. Wow. Both the double res node being sieged and the loss of a fade to a single Marine. I mean, that's what happens when you give Kitten Weps 3. But all of a sudden, it's looking like a kitty committee victory. We're calling the kitty committee because that's what the name they put in their name. But I'm calling them Rangers Babysitting Squad. And man, them babies able to do a lot of damage. The fact that there are 2 Marines here is bad. Like, the aliens absolutely should just leave these guys here and go hit the gates, which are completely open right now. Both of these gates, not a single Marine on them. But it's not bad to try to commit to getting pipeline. But that's not really bad. In fact, it's really good. But yeah, the amount of res that this Marine team has been able to hold on to, very substantial. This is only 1 bite away. Can Yoke hold on to it? There is a smoke in the room, and he doesn't see it. Oh, Chadwick! Sneaky Sir Chadwick. That's what happens when you enable players who are learning the game. They learn the game real fast, but man, Chadwick, unless this hasn't been called out, this is a huge mistake for not biting it. Chadwick, bite it! Thank you. Chadwick. It's all Chadwick stream right now. I'm sorry, no other player matters. As we watch the mind of a silver player as he learns what it's like to play. And he's really, this is what we were talking about earlier. Getting those players on back res is funny. As soon as Marines open the field and start pushing out on Vale, there's a huge chance for them to start encounter a lot of back res biting. Kitten! Will he be the Fade Destroyer? Not quite. Oh my god, though. What a risky play. Fortunately, this is a siegeable... I'm not sure... Yeah, it's just the splash from the siege cannons right now. But the fact is, you can push this forward and hit that. Typically, we like to see... Although this does give cysts, or gives infestation to that res node, typically we like to see the tunnel back here behind this little wall. It's very hard for the Marines to get in there without taking damage from the aliens. It's a lot safer than any other position in that room, and so it is what we recommend. But yeah, aliens are not going quietly into that night. They are pushing. This is important. This is one of those few power nodes that's actually more important than the individual res nodes. Turn that off, and it takes a long time for people to put it back on. And just denying this res is going to be huge. The res graph or the res towers are in parity at the moment. Yeah. Look how many the Marines have had, but also how many they've lost. It means that, you know, luckily for Ranger's team, he actually hasn't been netting all that much, which seems like counterintuitive. My brain is starting to slow down. I'm sorry if my language is slowing down with it. But, yeah, stuff has happened. Games are hard. Ranger is pushing solo, looking for the cheeky little kill on some updates. Oh, nice. Ranger, not too sick. Wow, I love his orientation towards whatever is the best thing to shoot. Wow, Slayer with the big brain play. Oh, if he could just connect a few more bullets. He absolutely thought himself into the right position right there. That's great from a newer player that doesn't play comp that much. Unfortunately, not able to connect. I think just the anxiety of like knowing you're in the right place at the right time and having players that are so good. Sometimes that can cause you to drop the ball a little bit on aim. Green, we don't normally see him on fade. Doesn't seem to be super confident on it with two fades. They're going for the back right now. They could put pressure on the gate. No, one fade goes in and one fade goes out. That's a bad mistake from these two. They should be playing in tandem. Yeah, a little bit out of coordination there, but nobody dies, so it's just fine. Be good for Klon. I think the most important thing for Klon to do right now is to cap skylights. He's really focused on trying to get that third hive, but honestly, if he can get that fifth RT, or fourth RT, I take it back. Yeah, he needs that RT as fast as possible. But you see he's sent somebody down here, Datsu, pulling him off the front line in order to try to get something established. Again, another situation where the Marine was in the right position for a good pinch, but nothing able to come out. Let's see if Klon decides to pick a different position for his tunnel. Meanwhile, let's take the Marine's point of view as he gets murdered. Fade action, boys. Let's want some fades walking away from the fight. Okay, cool. Green Rex fade. Let's see him fight. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Nice slice and dice. He does have that. Oh, lots of Marines in there, Green Rex. Finally identifying that the gate is in danger, but not that much danger. Yeah. Res parity and Chadwick. Again, Chadwick, the superhero, the res binding master, the monster in the back line. The king of crunch. Maybe crush, actually. King of crush. Ha ha ha. Oh, really nice fade movement. Not a single missed. Oh, he still hasn't been hit. He can go back in, has support from his team. Interesting. Got a gorge biling, but that time he got hit. Has to get out. Where's that gorge? Needs to back up. He does back up a bit. There are two Marines again in pipeline. They really need to identify the fact that these gates are open. This is the second time this has happened, and I think Klon is so concerned with holding on to pipe that he hasn't realized that the real vulnerability is actually those gates. I mean, nobody are on them right now, and they lost a life form, which just didn't need to happen. let the Marines cap one node, destroy their infrastructure behind them, and win the game, guys. That's all as easy as it is. I mean, like, you're in such a bad position right now, only holding on to the 2 RTs. Yeah. This is interesting. It's probably not going to do anything, but they are trying to get more information.
Command station under attack.
Alright, finally somebody hitting these gates, but it's unfortunately jetpack marine shotgun. Ooh. Cargo, one of those hives that is just absolutely miserable to try to defend when you have jetpack marines in. There's so much space to go and to fly up into. Kebab! Ooh! Watch out! Get meds! Get meds, Kebab! No! Yeah. Needed to be a little bit quicker on jumping away from that skulk. Yeah, these solo marine jetpacks are... Everybody on the marine team has a jetpack. That's fantastic. Oh, 2 Onos though. We are properly in late game. Wow, that's so exciting actually. You don't see too many games get this far. It's actually been a pretty fun round. Oh boy. Fade barely making it out of there. These 2 Onos, they're scared to push. It's probably the... Yeah, Fluffy Lurk and Chadwick, those players probably less experience in comp than you would want on these incredibly valuable life forms. But just the threat of Onos will control the whole map. Unfortunately, the Onos' sort of weakness is sort of typically jetpack marines. Oh, but Kebab finding himself stuck again, losing his 2nd jetpack in a row. This weapon is going to be hard to control, but Yolk Baron does manage to pick it up. That was actually very important. Trying to keep that 20 res alive. Gonna throw that... Kebab gonna go and try to pick up that gun. Does successfully do it. Green Rex right here. We're going to try to take his position. This is really important. He has to show up in a big way because these Onoses are scared. And looks like Chadwick might die here. This is why jetpacks are the natural... Oh, so close. Does receive 1 tick of heal. This is going to be a full 5-man rush on one of the hives right now. I think that's why you beacon there, unless it was a mistake. Yeah, I think he was just trying to coordinate everybody together. Or maybe just save... Make sure that those jetpackers don't die. That's important. At this point, there's so much res on an individual marine. If they were that far forward and died, you probably wouldn't be able to hold on to the weapons. Maybe that's why it happened. But yeah, I'm a little surprised we don't see these marines grouping after that Onos kill. Yeah, it's you know, if they get this other Onos, they're going to be in a good position. Only the Fade would be up. And nobody really has the res to relight for him. A couple of Lurks could come out. But if the Onos dies, they're really in a weak position. Kebab too far forward yet again. Needs to watch out. He's lost 2 jetpacks already. By doing that, he needs to stay with... This is when being in range of their teammates' welding is really, really important. Because you just can't lose that more expensive equipment. The push is going to start to come out towards the neck. This gate is basically the same gate as having a gate in the neck, but it's just a little bit more defensive and defensible. Gives you the chance to hold on to this RT as well. Oh, baby, Kabooble. Again, he's finding himself just a little bit too far forward, but he doesn't get punished for it this time. They might get 2 gates here again. Sort of an interesting move to do that earlier. It gives a lot of security otherwise. Wait, what? Oh, there are 3 hives! Xenocide versus Jetpack Marines? Like, have you ever... What's the last competitive game you've seen Xenocide and Jetpack? Nobody able to quite finish it, but Xeno is a very powerful tool. Oh my god, what a difficult game for this Marine team to clinch now. I think it's, again, they're splitting this idea of, you know, they should really just be sitting on these arcs. Ouch. Marine team in huge amount of danger. Good beacon. Oh, but he GG's. Darn. I thought that beacon was actually pretty smart. But, yeah, it was a good game. It was a really good game. I know Ranger's not going to be happy, but his team played well. Yoke Baron really showing up. Oh, man. But 32, this is why Kitten is a first pick. 32% accuracy. That's great. But yeah, player damage is high. Structure damage is high. Look how much... Oh yeah, that's arcing. I was like, wait, how did that happen? Relatively low amount of meds for how late the game went. Look at this res graph though. I mean, yeah. Kill graph, highly in favor of the aliens, but that's typical. Once higher life forms come out, they are much less expendable than marine lives. Yeah, early, like, all the upgrade path is beautiful. Weapons 3 at 9 minutes, that's so nice. We saw Kitten killing Datsu by himself. There were a couple of times where Marines just didn't quite, like, gel. But, yeah, taking a breath in between rounds, always good. I am starting to fizzle out a little bit. But, yeah, fun game, actually. I mean, from a spectator point of view, that was a balanced game. That is what we were shooting for. I know it feels difficult for players that are sort of holding up their team to be in that position and lose. There are so many opportunities where maybe a more structured team would have been able to clinch the victory. I know that's hard, but from a wholesome game got late, all the different things happened, fairly balanced from a spectator point of view. I mean, like, hey man, that's what we tried for. So far the draft is working, boys. Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun watching that game. Xenocide, man. They got to Xenocide. And Klon, I thought he was hyper-focused on getting this hive up when maybe it wasn't necessary, but boy, I mean, the fact that you have that much biomass and that was a focus and it turned out well, good shit. I think that time when they beaconed after they killed the Onos, if they just gelled together and pushed into cargo, I know it's the more it's the more mature hive. Technically has more HP. Maybe there's less going on in pipe, but I don't know why people. I mean, it's my lived experience. I'm not sure if it's a true thing, but it's my lived experience that cargo is basically impossible to control if you have Marines flying up into the back of the room. Um, they only had a Fade and an Onos, so there's no lurks to spike. I'm a little bit surprised that they had that gate kind of at the top of Y. I mean, I'm sure others know better than me, but I'd be interested to think, like, do you think at that point, spam the chat with your opinions, because you're valid and heard and seen, and I love you. But what do you think, guys? Should they have pushed cargo right there? I'm going to take like 5 seconds to walk around. I'm going to be watching my screen, but I need to move my body. Come on. Wow, that is a stubborn USB cable. hope that didn't fuck my... Hello, hello? Yeah, that's still working. Alright, 1 second. Looks like I don't get time to walk around. Yeah, the Datsu loss to Kitten Fade. Pretty fun. Alright, I am actually going to walk around for a second. Looks like only one team is ready. I am just right around the corner. So, yeah. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Okay. Switching perspective. Alright, game is starting. Whoa! Whoa! Unexpected. Is this gonna be base rush? No. It would be pretty trolly. Maybe it is. Oh my god. No way. Just a full wipe. That's all. Oh, Ranger. Not quite full wipe of which team, though? Call the ambulance, but not for me. Oh, Green Rex able to clinch it. Jesus. Interesting stuff. 5 RTs are going to come up from the aliens, though. That's pretty cool. Has to buy eggs early. Those RTs are slow to come up, but they will come up. We need people going through... Oh! Kitten! Why didn't you go through the tunnel, Kitten? Run, Gorgie! Run, Piggy, run! Oh no! It's so sad! Oh no! Gambles have been gambled. Damn. Dad's played that like a pro, though. You love to see you love to see the strats, man. Kitten in the right place, but Ploby has the good angle. Oh no! Oh, Plob's murder Plobs does. Somebody needs to just jump in and drop the second RT. Doesn't have to be Ranger, guys. Yeah, when you have a comm that's confident getting out of the chair, what you sort of need is a team that's confident occasionally popping into the hive, buying eggs, for example. Like, oh my god. Ouchies. But still, you know, 4 RTs, 100% established, 5 for like just a second, but possible to get that 5th one back. They have to sort of like get the pressure off and get a good wipe. Green and Datsu in the same room, though. This is going to be brutal. The crossfire is good. It's going to be really tough for any alien to make any progress there. This is going to be another round of eggs needed by... Oh, actually, 2 eggs on the ground already. Maybe it's not so bad. Oh my god, they're just running into the meat grinder. It's so horrible. Yolk Baron, the only glimmer of light for this alien team right now. You know what? You can still get into the mid game with 3 RTs. You certainly can. dancing with these drifters. Dancing with the drifters. One para, give him para. Para is so important. Like, most underrated ability in the game, and it's highly rated. So, you know, it's really good. Paras are so good. Not for killing people necessarily, but information is the name of the game. Faux show. Interesting, now that the lurk is out, we got 2 lurks now. But yeah, I think there should be a lot harder for the Marines to put on pressure. And their res is all the way on the other side, which is typical, but like, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Oh, this is not a very experienced lurk player right here. He's able to survive, but yeah, it doesn't make it look particularly beautiful. I mean, unfortunately, playing a lurk actually well is like seizure inducing. I don't know how people do it. Like, look at this. Look at this crazy movement. How did you track the Marine there? I know there's tons of lurk players in the chat, but y'all are fucking... God, I'm swearing a lot. Y'all are some real cyber athletes. Yeah, so much rests on the back of Kitten's lurk right now. Oh. I mean, it looked like he was gonna win that whole fight, but boy, if he hadn't, it would have been a big loss for the civilian squad. Oh no! Oh no! Slayer, no! Oh my god, that was the slowest straight line lurk I have ever seen. Kitten gets in between reloads, but that might be game. You know, there's still a lot of game to play if they want to stick in it, but man, oh man, is that a big loss. Yeah, GG. I thought Ranger would GG. You know, I know he's having a hard time, but that first game was a lot of fun. And you know what? You took a huge risk in the beginning, and it didn't exactly play out. So, GG. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, again, this is just for you, Ranger. If you're probably not going to watch this VOD, but I am sorry I saddled you with a little bit of newer players, some younger players in Kebab and Slayer. But that first game was still exciting to watch and still exciting to be part of. And I hope you're having a little bit of fun, even if there's a lot of frustration happening. It was a really wonderful game to watch. So thank you for your contributions, even if you're not always the happiest. It is important to help people figure out how to play the game in such a diverse style that you bring to the field. So this is just for you, Ranger, even though you're never going to watch this. Clip it, send it to him. Make sure my boy doesn't hate me forever and ever. Actually, I don't really care. But honestly, though, that first game was great. That's what we have this tournament for. Draft is a little wonky, a little silly. But check that game out if you missed it. That first game got always to Xenocide. Jetpack Marines, Weapons 3 at 9 minutes. I mean, from an upgrade path sort of way, you would expect the Marines to have had a bigger power spike in the mid game. But man, still a lot of fun. Glad they were able to play. So, yeah, 2 points to Team 2. Team 2. Good job, Team 2. Maybe we can get you a Merc on a different round, Ranger. All right, guys. GG's. Lots of fun. Stay tuned. I don't think any other games are scheduled for today, but good playing games. If I can ever figure out how to stop the stream. GG. Remember, play gathers, I love you.